I'm We Are Borg with Ponyville Live, and I'm here with Jen Blake, a fashionista, an artist, an all-around fantastic human being. What do you think would be like the thing that you want to stand out to people about yourself?
Honestly, I think, and it's because it's already kind of happened, as with my own character, Sappho, that I created, I was actually able, through my art, to help this young girl who was 13. And if I cry, I'm sorry. Who was going through suicidal thoughts, depression. And she met me at a show, Wizard World St. Louis, and she saw my character, Sappho. And she saw the cutie mark, which is the lesbian symbols interconnected. And she just gravitated towards it. And she had her mom buy like anything that had Sappho on it. And about a month later, her mom came to me and she's like, your art saved my daughter's life. She was able to come out, and she stands up at her school even though she's still bullied. And she is proud of who she is. And I think as an artist, if that's my legacy, like, it's not about how much money I end up making, how many books I end up doing. The fact that something I've drawn saved someone's life. That's the ultimate thing.
Wow, that's pretty touching.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So, when did you... Now, you said you were a fashionista.
Yes, I was a fashion designer.
A fashion designer.
Yes.
A rarity in real life.
Yes. Lorna Faust owes me a lot of money because she has hidden cameras in my home, and so I want a lot of money from Lauren. So Lauren, if you're listening, I need some back pay.
Now, the rarity character, she loved big hats. Do you love big hats?
I do. I have some big hats. They're so big, I'm pretty sure they could be mistaken for UFOs. People have been aboard my hat. I've had bad things done to them in those hats. It is. I do. I have a fainting couch at all times.
Excellent.
I do. I fainted when I met Andrea today because she likes to retweet a bunch of my art, and I'm like, oh no, what have I done? I'm going to cry.
Excellent, excellent. And so what made you take that switch from designing big hats and other things to
comics?
To comics?
Well, my dad raised me on comics.
Okay.
My dad's like old school, Action Comics #1, Detective 27. My dad's got it all. So those were my bedtime stories. But my first words were like Ultimate Nullifier, and I could explain the DC multiverse before I could walk. So I mean, that was my life, and but fashion was more something I thought that's where I'll go. I like designing. My whole family does something. My dad does architecture. Mom did interior design. So fashion sort of seemed like where I should go. But there was always in the back of my head that bucket list of I want to do comics. I really want to do comics, and it's been a 10-year struggle. Mainly because I kept trying to do DC, trying to do Marvel, and it wasn't until My Little Pony, and I just tried drawing it one day, and I'm like, this may be my niche. This may be where I can go. And so it was right around the time that they had announced the book at IDW. And I thought, I'm going to go for broke. I'm going to try it. And the first thing I got was the IDW Limited job. And I did some original sketch cards for the Return of Queen Chrysalis Red Label. And that was all I had done for quite a while. And then over the last 2 years, I'd just been gaining more, my name out there, doing more work. And I had helped a guy who I met at Wizard World Chicago do a fan comic for Doctor Who's. That was on Bleeding Cool. And so I decided I was kind of at that point, like, maybe comics isn't meant for me. And I was like, I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to go for broke. And I sent IDW all the pencils for that fan comic. And it wasn't long after that they asked me, like, we may have some ideas for you. We may have something, give us some time. And Bobby came back a little while later, and he said, how would you like to do the Friends Forever number 16 issue, which will be Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon centric. And I was like, no, Bobby, I don't want to do this. But of course I said yes right away, and that's kind of where I am now. I've gotten to do that, and that comes out May 20th. And so I'm really, really excited about all I got to do. I gave it my all. Had a lot of fun with it. Had a lot of little Easter eggs. Because I know Andy's really known for that, and I want to beat Andy's record with more Easter eggs. He's the
comics
king.
Has some amazing Easter eggs.
Yes, and Andy's like the king, and I want to take over. So that's my goal right now. I want more Easter eggs.
Excellent, excellent. So you're not only kind of an artist for the comic book, you're also kind of a fan of the show itself.
Yes.
And your DeviantArt is Pony Princess.
Pony Goddess.
Pony Goddess.
Pony Goddess.
.DeviantArt.
Yes.
And was it before or after the first stint with IDW that you kind of...
No, actually, this is, and I always tell this because I like to be brutally honest, and I don't care how it affects me. I actually was introduced to Friendship is Magic. I was selling some action figures, a bunch of stuff to a store, and their son was telling me about My Little Pony, the new one, and I'm like, why is a 20-year-old guy telling me about My Little Pony? I'm like, what's happening? He's like, you gotta check it out. It's on Netflix. You gotta check it out. So I did, and I'm being deadly honest. I hated that thing. I'm like, what is it? This is because I grew up with the original.
Right.
I'm like, this is awful. So I stopped. And about 2 weeks later, I'm bored. I'm just laying around. I'm like, okay, we'll try it again. And all of a sudden, then Rarity shows up, and everything in my life changed. And I was like, this is the greatest thing on television. And it was from that moment on I kept drawing it every day. I'm like, Rarity, she's awesome. I love her. She's so high maintenance. She understands me. And that's all where it came from. It's just, it had to be Rarity. If I never would have seen her, I don't think I'd be here right now.
Yeah, Rarity is best pony.
She is best pony.
Absolutely.
She really is.
Absolutely. You've done some quite a number of artistic pieces over
I
Rarity.
have,
And
yes.
Thrown some Sweetie Belle in there.
Yes.
As well as your own.
Yes, Sappho, as my fans call it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they call it.
And so what made you pick the colors
For Sappho?
Uh-huh.
Well, green's my favorite color.
Okay.
And it's a way to honor Green Lantern, my favorite superhero of all time. So, and then obviously because I have black hair. So.
Excellent. I keep looking at her on your shirt. She's wearing a shirt. Our audience can't see that.
It's the Team Sappho shirt. It is the Team Sappho. We have a shirt. It's just Equestria Girl Sappho and Pony Sappho. And of course, Equestria Girl Sappho wears Rarity's cutie mark.
Excellent.
So Hasbro's going to fire me after this interview.
No. They. So what was it? Was it difficult for you coming out, or?
I came out. I was 13.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the Southern California area, so I think that in a little bit of a way is sort of a somewhat easier, I guess, because it's California. Where we're usually a lot more open-minded. There were some people at the time just like were a little freaked out about. My parents were not. When I came out, they're like, like they knew at 6.
Right.
Because I would be like in kindergarten drawing 2 brides together.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just always there. Plus I was fixing a lot of trucks.
Right.
In my plaid shirt and my lumberjack shoes. The mullet might have gave it away too.
Wow, that's quite a story.
But it's nice when you come out. You get a basket.
Really?
You get a gift basket.
Wine?
It's got cats.
Okay.
It's got lots of plaid shirts and a pickup truck.
That sounds awesome. I need to do that sometime. So is comics, is that it? What's next?
What's next for me? We're going to announce it here. I'm taking over Generation 5. No. It's going to be on Adult Swim.
Excellent.
Yes. No. What's next for me? I think whatever IDW wants me to do. Okay. Whatever they have in store for me. I would love to do Little's Pet Shop. I'd love to do something on that. I'd love that. Pretty much, I don't, will I stay in comics? I don't know. Fashion's always there on the sidelines if I ever want to go back. But
Western animation itself is kind of having a comeback with My Little Pony and Gravity Falls and a bunch of other series. And whether or not sometimes some people believe they're kind of taking comics along with the riots. Maybe sometimes comics are making their own way by themselves in the comic world. But there's a lot more in the comic world going on now too. There is.
And IDW, I think they just do such a good job bringing things. I mean, we have a Galaxy Quest comic. Who thought that would ever happen? That's what's cool about IDW is they just bring in everything. They try all these different things, and it's that's what you want to see from comics.
So, one final question, because we already know who's best pony.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
It's Applejack.
She's best background pony.
Best background. That's right.
You heard it here. I said it. I'm going to die later. I'm going to have apples thrown at me.
Apples thrown at you. Mm-hmm. Two final questions. Have you been enjoying your time here at BABSCon? This is the first day at BABSCon here, 24-15.
I have. It's been pretty overwhelming because I've never really done a con this big.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been really amazing. The people coming to the table are so nice. I mean, I've only had acid thrown at me once. And that's okay. I'm fine. I needed the skin peel. Otherwise, yeah, I think it's been amazing. You know, I get to be on an IDW panel tonight.
Excellent.
And that's going to be really crazy. Just
indeed,
because I'm part of the team. You know,
you're one of them now.
I'm one of them now, and they will regret it forever. After tonight, well, there's a lot of bribery involved.
Oh, well.
I really hope Bobby's enjoying that Lamborghini.
Jeez. How cute is Golden Gates?
I love Golden Gates. I had a lot of fun drawing her in the little comic in the BABSCon book. I had a lot of fun doing that.
Excellent. All right. So, final question, if you had a piece of advice for the bronies out there in the world listening to this,
okay,
what would it be?
What would it be? Just be yourselves and don't be afraid. Say who you are, be proud of it, and anyone who gives you trouble, you send them to Pony Goddess on DeviantArt, and I'll take care of them.
Excellent. Well, this has been We Are Borg with Ponyville Live, and I'm here with Jen Blake, and here at BABSCon 2015. We'll see you next time.